Yo, no, this is not clickbait at all. This ain't clickbait. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly. And by the way, the FBI's in here watching right now as we speak. All right, so what I'm gonna need you guys to do for me is I'm gonna need you to fucking buy that merch when it drops. But pretty much they seized all my cars. One thing they didn't seize was the things that I was able to sell a few weeks ago or even a few days ago before this shit happened. A few cars and shit, but listen, one thing about me is that I'm never really gonna be broke. But one thing I'm not ever gonna do is I'm never gonna display how much money I make or how much money I'm worth or because hold on. All right. Let this shit fill up with people. So basically, I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire process. What's up, DDEs in here? Through the entire process, and hopefully nobody goes to jail. Hopefully, like all my peoples, I'm able to take my time as a man. So for people thinking that I sell drugs, I don't sell drugs whatsoever. I don't sell drugs. You can pretty much Google me who I was before Omi and the Hellcat, which is Omi's always been my real name. Like but my alias. I was targeting 1080p. I was an app developer for Cody. An app developer who got hacked early on. Yeah, it was pretty much IPTV and taxes and shit, and pretty much hiring the wrong CPA. This is very important to you guys too. Make sure that your taxes are paid for. One thing they're trying to hit me with tax evasion, and I never really evaded taxes. By law, I have up to 3 years to claim my taxes. Doing a good job, so I went to hire a better counsel, and they were supposed to wait until the year was over, and they didn't. You know what I mean? They took every SD card, every camera, every television in my houses. Um, they took every car. I sold my bus. I sold a lot of things too before this happened. I didn't know that this was the outcome of this shit. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. Uh, IPTV is a gray area. It's the Copyright Acts hasn't been updated since the 1960s, and I hit a fucking gray area and exploited it, and they just didn't like it. I made a ton of money, but at the same time, a lot of the money I made super legit, and the hosting services, all that shit was legit. The hosting services was all legit. No, no, this ain't no clickbait, motherfucker. This ain't no. I've never, I've never. Yeah, they took all my Hellcats. Yo, they took pretty much every car. Um, oh, they left me my pedal bikes. Um, one thing. Holy shit, this is harder than what I thought. No, I'm not in DR. I'm actually in Philly. I'm in a friend's house. They had to lend me a phone because I didn't have a phone. They basically seized millions of dollars out of all my accounts. They took all the cash that I had laying around. They took all my jewelry. They took all my kids' things. They took Xboxes. They took computers, laptops, cell phones. They didn't even leave fucking drones. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even leave drones. But like I said, it was something important I told you guys a long time ago. You got to be humble in victory and humble in defeat. And I'm gonna do a couple years off of this. I know I'm gonna go to jail for a few years, but I'm gonna take the rap for all my guys because this ain't fake. This is not fake. This is 100% real. I'm gonna take all my guys. I'm gonna take full responsibility for what I did. I'm not gonna talk too much about the things that I've done because it's pretty much incriminating myself. But one thing they're trying to hit me with is tax evasion and money laundering. I've never laundered any money in my life. I have friends who are big at the crimes that they did, and I never laundered them money. Um, I was pretty open about what I did. I kept everything in multiple accounts. Like you know what I mean. Like everything is pretty much open, and they're gonna see. They're trying to say that. Listen, one thing about the IPTV service, or 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 Cody in general, is that these entities never sued me. I could have dealt with the NBA suing me. I could have dealt with the NBA or the NFL suing me. That never happened. It never happened. They never gave me fair warning, which by law they have to, especially when it comes down to a crime like this. When it comes down to copyright infringement, they were supposed to hit me with a seize operation or the cease and desist. They never hit me with that. I would have took it right down. I was getting those takedown notices from the UK for the European leagues, which I never really played, but we did have like Sky, HBO, and those stupid fucking channels. And I never looked at my emails for months. And the FBI obviously knows because they were in my fucking emails. So pretty much when the email came to my attention, I complied and I took the shit down. So, you know, I never stole like they're trying to say I stole channels. I've never stole channels. I paid for my channels. I did things the old school way. I used capture cards. So like you know what I mean. I take full responsibility. So anybody on my team and shit, I pretty much hope that you guys don't ever go to jail now. I do pretty much all the time I have to do over it. I'm more embarrassed, for my kids that they still got to see this shit. You know what I mean? One thing I do need your help is like I guess is rebuilding from here on out. The IRS agent was fucking. He was a great guy. Motherfucker's been studying me for 2 years straight. 2 years. Good guy though. He's just doing his job. You know what I mean? He's just doing his job. Like I said, I became a millionaire straight off an idea. I saw a hole in the system and I exploited it and I made a ton of money doing it. Um, One thing they didn't give me a chance to pay my taxes this year or for the fact for since 2016 is because ignorance is no excuse for the law. I'm gonna let you guys know that ignorance is no excuse for the law. I should have known the CPA that I had was no good. I try to hire a new one. I hired a new one a week and a half ago. We were just getting ready to hit the ground running with this shit, and they came a little early, and they pretty much got everything I own. So I have nothing. I have absolutely $0. One thing they did do is they did, are gonna leave my YouTube proceeds alone, which is pretty dope with me. What else? I guess it's life after this. Listen. I became a millionaire once, and I can do it 150 more times. Um, those people that are on Gears TV, don't worry. A resolution is coming very soon. Somebody said lying for the cloud. There's nothing to lie about. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. The movie now has an ending. Like I've talked to big Hollywood producers and directors, and they were always interested in the story. And the reason why I can never sell the story is because I always used to say like I have no ending. The movie has no ending, and my house didn't have no shades, right? So I used to walk downstairs and I would look out the window and I always think to myself, this movie has no ending. This movie has no ending. Today when I heard them banging, banging and banging and banging and banging and banging, I opened my eyes. I was on my bed. I went downstairs and God damn, the movie had a fucking ending. The movie ended today. From here on out, it's gonna be super legit shit. I'm gonna be opening a merch company pretty soon. Hopefully, you guys buy merch. Um, it ain't gonna be the same interesting vlogs. Now it's gonna be, rebuilding from the bottom, getting it back straight from the top. Um, this is a life lesson now to see who are my real friends in a time of crisis, the time of need. So I want to see who's here for me, and we'll see. Only time will tell. You seen all these motherfuckers around laughing and smiling every time I was around, and we're gonna see who's gonna be around. But it doesn't matter. You know, they indicted me and a few of my friends, my brother, which my brother didn't have nothing to do with it. Um, they're trying to say my friends were funneling money from me, and that's not true at all. He was paying his taxes. The only reason why he um decided to open up a merchant service for me was because my credit wasn't good enough at the time. So I'll take full responsibility, and I will do the time that it takes to get over this. Come back as a law. Like, listen, I don't sell drugs. I'm not a fucking criminal. You know what I mean? I just didn't pay my taxes. I had a great idea, made a lot of fucking money, and they just didn't like the fact that that happened. I had a guy named Hector Fuentes, who I knew for a fact he was a CI. So he used to come around and shit, and with a little wire on, and I could see the wire through his fucking shirt, and I would say dumb shit to see how far it'll get him. And the motherfucker was a confidential informant the whole time. He was putting people in jail for a long time, but it has no relevance to this case because at the end of the day, I mean, he's the one who brought the attention to me, but those things that he thought that I was peddling in were never true. I don't sell drugs. I don't do criminal things. These motherfuckers watch me every day. They see where I'm at every night. They see the people, the company I keep. I keep good kids around me. Now I'm not gonna lie. The whole time where I was like, when I was running down to the FBI station, my whole train of thought was, I'm gonna go on live and I'm gonna kill myself. That was like my whole thought. Like, I'm gonna go on live, express how I feel, and then shoot myself on live. But it wouldn't be fair to Omir. Wouldn't be fair to any of my kids. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fight this shit out. So right now they just seized everything. The charges are still pending. They're gonna charge me. I'm gonna go away for a while. That's a fact. Um, I felt like what I was doing wasn't illegal. I felt like nothing that I did was illegal. Um, the Copyright Act states that you shouldn't like, it's just basically Hollywood. Hollywood can come after me. I didn't sell movies. I wasn't doing that for a profit. I wasn't stealing channels. I wasn't. I never stole anything. Um, Streaming is totally legal. You know, it's just the way they're trying to word it is a little different. But streaming isn't illegal. It was never live television. It was always delayed television, and there's no laws against it. There's no laws against it. There is no 500K giveaway shit. I need a giveaway now. All my accounts are fucking seized. Like,
No, they're saying that you're doing that so that you don't gotta give it away.
no,
No, that's what they're saying. They're saying, oh, you're saying this because you don't want to give away the 50K.
oh no, that's not true at all. Like, you guys are gonna see my driveway in the next few days. I gotta go out and buy cameras. These motherfuckers took all my drones. They took, all the kids' drones. They took my cameras. They took my camera guys' equipment. They took every fucking. The only thing they didn't take was my fucking dick because it's attached to my balls. I try to scrape up some cash wherever I can, and then I'll start again. It's that simple. No, they ain't. No, this investigation's been ongoing for almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about them. I'm not. I know. Listen, the FBI's in here right now watching. and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. No, they didn't seize the properties yet, but eventually they're gonna try. They're gonna try. They're gonna see exactly what came in, how much I owe them. Like you guys are gonna be seeing this shit all over the news soon.
This is all public information.
Yeah, this is all public information. You guys are gonna be seeing this shit pretty soon. Um, it's crazy because I used to see my dad. I used to go visit my dad at Fort Dix, and now I'm gonna probably end up there. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna take care of your kids? Their mom. None of them have nothing to do with this. You know, they froze her bank accounts, but anything that I ever gave her was for child support. And nah, it really ain't that sad. This is all part of the game, part of the process. They took all the cars. Luckily, I sold a few right after. Saw the Impala. They took the Impala. They took every single thing. But it is, bro. That's why you're humble. You're humble from the beginning, and then you stay humble when you're on top, because you never know when you're back to the bottom. But like this ain't gonna last long. You know, I'll be right back to the top. It's that simple. I don't know. I just I feel like peace because I always should tell you guys, and I used to say this shit in the back of the vlogs. The money don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get it back. And I used to always say this. So like now it's like where I could have been hiding from YouTube. I didn't have to come out and say this publicly. The FBI told me themselves they're not gonna publicize anything. I'm doing this out of free will because I wanted to. You know what I mean? And hopefully, everybody in my corner stands firm, and I'll take the rap for everything. And you know what I mean? They can go home and be with their kids and shit. And I'll take my time like a fucking man. But did I feel like I did anything wrong? Fuck no. This is the same case that Napster went through. Napster did the same exact thing. This is Napster 2.0. He did it with music. I did it with video. And the thing is that music is sold for a profit. Like this was something that wasn't killing anybody. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I saved hundreds of thousands of people off of cheaper cable. I didn't steal the channels. I wasn't doing that. I was paying for those channels. Um, and to every service that's out there, your day is coming too. This same thing's gonna happen to everybody. This is some real life situation. This is some real life shit. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just not gonna display if I'm rich or poor anymore, because these motherfuckers are obviously watching me. So I'm not. Listen, for all I know, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm gonna borrow some money from a few friends. I got 20 friends I could borrow $8,000 from, and that's 160 grand. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be okay. I'm saying I'll be okay. Just just know when that fucking merch come out, baby, just cop the merch. But at the same time, learn from this. Pay your motherfucking taxes. Do you got the paper I was charged with? Let me see. I can show. I can put a little bit. I'm gonna I'm gonna show you some
Let me screenshot it.
yeah, some FBI paperwork real quick.
My guy said he got 8 racks for you.
Who got Iraqs from me?
My guy.
This is why you got to be good to people. When you're getting money, when you ain't getting money, that way you can always bounce back from this shit. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys a couple of the things that are coming in. Damn, you got too many people like messaging you. I don't know if you guys can see that. So what it says is all records and materials from January 1st, 2016, present Constitution fruits, contraband evidence, and instruments of violation of 506 and 18 USC 2319 criminal copyright infringement. Um, this was written in 1956 and 1957. My nigga, streaming wasn't even in the Copyright Act. Streaming was not in the Copyright Act. There was no such thing as streaming.
You're talking about
There was no such thing as streaming in the Copyright Act. And this is what I'm saying. There's no streaming on the Copyright Act. There's no streaming whatsoever. No streaming. All right? There's no streaming. You can't host movies. I get that. The movie companies will come after you. Like Comcast didn't sue me because Comcast doesn't own the channels. Verizon didn't sue me because Verizon doesn't own the channels. DirecTV couldn't sue me. But guess what? The individual entities did not sue me. So this wasn't a call for a criminal case. This is a call for me to get a takedown notice and me to say, okay, I acknowledge that you don't like it. I've never gotten, I've never once, you know what I'm saying? I've never once gotten a takedown notice from the people who own the rights to this. You know what I'm saying?
Zishan said if you need anything, let him know.
I've never even got a takedown notice from anyone who owns the channels, providers, companies, anything. I got one takedown notice, which I got multiple times, that came from the UK. And guess what? We removed the UK completely from the service. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say? And like the reason why I'm gonna not even talk too much about it is because like I don't want my guys to go to jail for this shit. I'll take full responsibility regardless of what I did, and you know what I'm saying. But like this ain't a matter of going to jail. This is a white collar crime, um, and I don't even consider it a crime. The only crime that I didn't do was pay my taxes in time, which I still had 3 years to do so by law. I had 3 years, and they did not give me those 3 years. They gave me the all you can do is fault me for 2016. That was 3 years, but 17, 18, and 19, or 17 and 18, and now 19. You had to give me time to pay, to get those taxes in order, which they never gave me. Exactly. IPTV isn't illegal in the U.S. It isn't. It isn't. It's illegal in other countries. It's not illegal in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? What will happen to the resellers? Everything will be okay. Just give it a few days. Don't panic. And and one thing they can't stop for me is promoting. I you saying they can't stop me from promoting something. I don't care if I'm promoting a crack being sold on the corner. If I'm getting paid for it, I'm gonna promote. So service will be up. I don't care. No, I'm not talking about it. Like, listen, I live a very transparent life. When everybody asks who's owed me in the Hellcat, my nigga, you can look it up. It's not. There's nothing. They just don't like a guy that's my skin color. Who ran through a hole in the system and exploited it the way I exploited it. It's just that's the way it happens. No, I'll be fine. And all those people that are still that are trying to like laugh at the situation now, I'm still richer than you fuckers. Fuck are you laughing at? I'm just not gonna display it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna display it anymore. He said don't pull the He said don't pull the racist card. He said don't play the victim with the racist card. Let me tell you something. There was another service, right? I'm not gonna say no names, but there was another fucking IPTV service that made millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars, right? They had commercials on fucking TV, for God's sakes. Commercials. Commercials like if they were a real company. And guess what? They didn't take their shit. They just got sued. That's what happens in cases like this. All right, but we weren't the same color. That's what happens. Yeah, facts, facts. You know what I'm saying? There was another service, there was the biggest service of all time, who had commercials, and they didn't go. They didn't go to prison. They didn't do. The motherfuckers are enjoying or shit. Like they got sued. This isn't a matter for the FBI. This is a matter for the companies to come and try to sue me, or before they sue me, they have to give me the right to a takedown notice. And if I don't comply, then they sue me. This isn't this isn't something that you just go and you just take me down, and just lock me up. Oh, this is illegal. You're going to jail. Like illegal under what statute? Not United States. It's not illegal. The 1956 1957 Act of Copyright has nothing to do with streaming. Nothing to do with streaming. And when they seize those servers, when they seize the servers and they realize that there's nothing being stored on these servers, you have nothing on me. Like, streaming is not illegal. I just saw a fucking window. I saw an opportunity. I exploited the fuck out of it. That's all it is. And that's what it is. Yo, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna grab some money in the next few days. Hit up my sisters and shit. Order me some fucking cameras in the next few days, and then I'll be right back to vlogging. And then you know what I'm saying. You know what's crazy. You know what's theft. It's theft that you go out, right? You buy a fucking soda for $1, and they tax you 8 cents to every dollar, or 7 cents, 6 cents, wherever you live at, and then you still have to pay 30 to 40% taxes on that. Buy a house, you sell it. Hey, you got to pay taxes on selling the house. Taxation is needs to change. That law needs to change. But you know what? I'll take that shit like a man. Um, it is what it is. Ain't no RICO law, bro. I'm not selling no fucking drugs, brother. Like, listen, they would have been. Listen, I would have been in jail. Motherfuckers, I would have been in jail. I don't sell drugs. I don't associate with criminal motherfuckers.
These are law and order lawyers.
Yeah. Say white America once again. Yo, that's funny. Yo, so you guys are gonna see me make it right back to the top again. And shout out to my IRS agent who's watching all my bank accounts, babysitting them for me. Shout out to him. You know, now babysit this new account and watch it grow tremendously off of a legit shit that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I'm gonna do this shit legit. So guys, when I drop that new merch, make sure you go cop that. And this is to show you, man, humble in victory to humble in defeat. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have been some cocky, stupid motherfucker, I'm telling you, people would have been. Even though there's people laughing now, but everybody who's laughing, I'm still richer than you. It's just, it's just a hurdle I got to jump over. And I'm going to jump over this motherfucking hurdle with a bad legged on. That's my friend says, the fucking rant. Peace out, guys. See you on the next vlog.